Hello everyone and welcome to another card video. Today we're going to be playing with Avery Elle's Beside the Sea and a little cloud stencil by MFT. So I've got a piece of Bristol smooth white cardstock and I'm masking off the bottom to make a beach. That's right, we're going to make some sand. So I've got VersaMagic. This color is wheat and this is a chalk ink. I really like using it on my backgrounds. It glides like you wouldn't believe. So I'm just going around the edge to kind of put it a little darker on the edges and blend it out to the top or middle of the card. Just going over it and over it. It's a very light, it's comparable to antique linen, I think, in distress colors. So I'm leaving the mask on because we're going to use the Tim Holtz marker spritzer tool to make some sand. I've got antique linen marker and we're also going to be using frayed burlap. You just line it up with the end, the tip of the marker with the tip of the spritzer tool, close the clasp and start spritzing away. Test it off of your project first to get like a good idea of how how juicy your marker is and how much you want it to come out. That way you're not making a mess. Ask me how I know. So I'm just going over and making little bits of sand. You can see it better in the photographs. Yeah, I'm amazed right now that it looks like sand. So I just went back to add a little bit more. This is a fun technique. I wish I could do this more often. I like the splatters. So this is Aegean blue. At least I think I'm saying that right. It's also VersaMagic chalk ink. And I'm using the MFT mini cloud stencil to create some clouds on my background. The combination of the Bristol smooth paper and the chalk ink, it's like you can't mess it up. Yep, slowly pull off your masks. So I used the Mama Elephant Femme frames, stitched rectangle to cut out this panel. We're going to stamp the cabanas, I guess they are, but from Beside the Sea, and this little kite. I did stamp the sun, but I didn't like the way I cut it out. I really should have gotten the coordinating dies. I tried to fussy cut it and I just couldn't work it out. I typically stamp twice, more than one image, because when I'm coloring, I tend to mess it up. So I like to have a backup image. If I don't end up using it, I keep it to use on some other project. So I'm just adding the flags and the little seagrass at the bottom of the cabanas. This set is so cute and it's so easy to use. Like, it's just easy to line up those little flags and the grass, and you don't even need the Misty. So I'm using my Copic markers. I have a collection of both Sketch and Chow Copic markers. I've been collecting Copic markers for like, I don't know, maybe 4 years now. I don't even have half of what they have available, but I little by little start to build up my collection. There are far better Copic colorers than I. So I tend to watch everyone else and see what they're using and try to copy them, basically, because I've taken a couple different classes. I took a Copic backgrounds class with Sandy Allnock. I got to meet her. I took the online card classes, Copic markers for card makers. I would love to take some Kit and Clowder Copic marker classes. I took their like beginner class, the freebie class, and it was very informative. So I just, it just takes practice. Practice, practice, practice. That's what I tell my kids. You can't be born doing anything perfect unless you're a prodigy, and I'm not a Copic marker prodigy. So I'm just going around. I will have a Copic marker, I guess, like map of the colors that I used and the photo on my blog. So I'll have all the colors that I used and the photo on my blog, so you can find out exactly the color combinations that I used. I get my markers from dickblick.com. They're like $5.24, and they have free shipping anything over $35. So I typically buy $35 worth of markers at a time and get free shipping. And I'm always excited to get my little marker package. Has anyone ever been to a beach that has cabanas like this? Because I have not. I have not been to fancy enough beaches. I mean, I've been to pools that have cabanas, like Six Flags. Six Flags has cabanas, but they don't look like this. They're like a tent. So I'm making my cabanas very colorful and rainbow-like. The warm grays that I used on the paneling makes it look like that grayed, beachy, weathered wood, that everyone really loves right now. We have that kind of wood too. It just, it's old. It's not like good weathered. So now I'm stamping my sentiment, Life's a Beach, and I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp that right in my sand. I've put some craft foam to pop up this panel, adhered with 1/2" Scor Tape. I've used some Scotch 3M foam tape to pop up the cabanas and also the little kite. And that's my card. I hope you guys enjoyed it.